street in town.
Okay.
You don't have to say that last part. If anything, I'll say it.
Do you have Broken Dreams somewhere in your name? Like,
What? No.
nah, you're too young for Green Day.
But Boulevard. Okay, no. I'm 25. I'm well aware of Green Day.
All right, so we have Diapers. I don't know what to call his team. It's supposed to be ImTheLaw or something.
I believe that's what I believe that's what it turned out to be.
And ZudZubbies, Zubsters. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I'm just gonna call them DapperMafia and ZudZubbies.
Oh, Zud Daddies.
Zud Daddies. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna open up the stream. Twitch.tv.
So it looks like we're gonna have try a full hold defense with the Junkrat. Pretty close comp. Just have the Tracer zoom around behind them, try and like converge. Just kind of spam them. And it kind of looks like we're also going to have a similar thing. No Bastion, which kind of surprised me, but they will have a Widowmaker. How do you feel about both comps? Oh, never mind. The Bastion was picked last minute. So it looks like pretty standardized comps, but there's no Widow on the defensive side. Very unusual.
Yeah. A little bit. I think what they're trying to do is just bunker down with the Orisa and get all the healing from Moira. But I'm not sure if that's going to work against this Bastion if they let them set up on the cart.
Lawless trying to rotate and play this corner. With the Bastion though, they gotta engage quicker. They can't really just play this passive game. And yeah, the Orisa goes down early, and the Bastion's just shredding through their team.
Yeah, you know, they've really gotta, when you're facing a Bastion, especially here on Junkertown, you cannot let them get set up, because once he gets into his groove, it's over.
Yeah, the Tracer needed to be on flanking duty with her. I think she got picked early, or just kind of left the fight early. Yeah, Ad's just only one in the kill feed right now.
Oh, Tracer really not feeling this comp. A little salty, I see.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll take first point after the Tracer tries to stall it out a little bit. It does kill the Bastion, and she's 1v6ing the team, still not dead, and finally goes down. But
wow, that was a pretty decent stall. I think Tracer had the right idea, but I really think they should swap out this comp, because it's proven that it doesn't work very well against the Bastion, the Pirate Ship comp, I believe it's called. So
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
Sorry. Yeah, so they really, I think their best bet is to run some sort of dive comp, the Winston, to be able to shake the Bastion off the card and do not let them set up again. Because right now with the Bastion busting up their shields and Widow getting shots from a distance, it's going to be really tough.
They definitely also probably, even though it's overrated, D.Va, she can just DM while her team runs in and dives.
Oh, absolutely.
ADS popped all, hasn't found a kill yet, but does get the kill onto the Lucio. And there's no beat for this fight. He didn't have it, but he might have been able to build it during the fight. The kill back, and it looks like they're just gonna try and stall cart in this position. Doesn't look like they're gonna win the fight though. They're splitting up rather, like they have the Zarya on the high ground and they have everyone else on the low ground. The Zarya is not really helping her team on the high ground, so it's very unusual. I'm assuming all of these players have never played before. They're trying to figure each other out, you know?
It's possible. Maybe the synergy's a little bit off. You know, I think they almost had that hold there. Despite losing too early, the Bastion actually took himself off of the card, and that was their opportunity to prevent him from camping there any longer. But they let him set up again, and you know the rest.
Yeah, they're not dealing with either the Bastion or the Widow, so...
And they really got to watch out for this hog. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's basically their run. Pirate Ship is designed to get picks and just steamroll fights. So you need to be the engager against them. You need to pressure them and make sure that they don't have the room to get those picks.
That's exactly right. They really got to watch out for that flanking Roadhog. He's just doing whatever he wants here.
Well, the 2 kills come back on. They got the healer and the Widow, so it does look like they're going to be able to push this fight. And kind of reminds me of King's Row. It's very hard to, and Diaper popping off, but gets killed by Zud. It's definitely hard to hold that center area without a proper setup. They kind of just got snowballed through that second phase a little more than they wanted to, but
Yeah.
because of the roundabout here, kind of like King's Row, it's a little easier.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot. That's the thing with Junkertown. Absurdly easy to take the first 2 points, and then the last point is pretty easy to hold. So it could...
Ad's popping off, pops his ult, gets 3 kills, completely wipes out both tanks, and I don't know. I just think that when the Bastion pops out, you gotta just back out of the fight. You gotta play the corner, and I thought they didn't back up enough. They just actually tried to engage on the Bastion, which isn't always the best idea, and
Absolutely.
they gotta regroup here and try and get the Bastion off the cart. Does look like no picks have come out, but Fatty pops his ultimate and is able to hog his way through the competition. There's 3 kills out, even gets revs back up, so it doesn't look like they're going to be able to stop this Bastion comp. And Zud's also popping off with the Widow. It's just one of the hardest comps to deal with if you're not very organized. There's just too many things happening, and no one was able to get onto the point.
Yeah, blue team really started to just fall apart there towards the end. On top of the Bastion that they just couldn't take care of, they had a Widow on the high ground, uncontested. Even for a moment, Proxy swapped over to the Widowmaker and tried to contest him, but swapped back after 1 death. I think maybe if he stuck on it a little longer, gone into his groove, he could have at least relieved that pressure off the team.
Well, they needed the rest of the team to try and contest the Bastion on the low ground, and they needed at least 1 tank, maybe a Winston or a D.Va, or even a Genji or something, to try and flank around and get to the D.Va. Get to the Widow. They did do it when they were pushed the first time through the 3rd point. They did end up flanking with the Reaper, get that Widow down, but after that they just kind of got rolled again, and then they just didn't regroup their mentality to do exactly what they did the first time.
Yeah, I completely agree. The first, at the end, Proxy did switch over to the Genji, but they still essentially ran the same anchor deathball type comp that just really wasn't working the entire map. Like you said, I really think they should have swapped to the Winston D.Va dive comp. It would have really it was definitely their best chance at getting Bastion off the payload and keeping him off of it, but they didn't do it and they just fell apart.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try a similar style of play. Swapping in the D.Va for the Zarya. It's not a bad. You have more mobility to protect your Bastion. You have the DM to protect your Bastion. You also have the mobility to get out of the fight if you lose, and the bomb to zone. I really like Grav on this map. It's very strong, especially with the amount of corners you have to play around. You can just grab your opponents, and if they're sitting behind a corner, they just get pulled out in the open. Yeah,
and it's a great way to avoid it getting eaten by D.Va's defense matrix, which I'm sure is the bane of all Zarya main's existence, myself included.
Yeah, you main the Z girl.
Oh, I love the Z girl.
Yeah, I love playing. Like, I'm good with her. I just don't enjoy playing her all the time. She's got one of those weird play styles.
Yeah,
really
definitely.
Stressful.
I'm a little sad that the meta doesn't really enable her all the time, but yeah, you know, take what you can get.
Brigitte incoming. Lol.
Please.
It does look like they're able to counter the Bastion a little better. The Bastion does come back up, and it does look like they're gonna try and push a little more. They do lose their Orisa early, so it's gonna be hard for them to push without an active shield. And they're starting to split up. The Mercy's kind of split from the team. Here comes Junkrat Tire. It does get killed out by Diaper. Good shot by him.
Honestly, a little surprised at the early use of the tire. It seemed a little unnecessary for a 1 fight.
I think he thought they were like grouped up behind the corner, so maybe you could get some kills, but Diaper is just up top, having no rain whatsoever. It's kind of how it is on the attack on this first point. Most teams wait until about where this bridge is right now to even think about engaging most of the time. They try and just do some poke.
Yeah, blue team, yeah, red team is contesting the Bastion much better than their counterparts. during the last round. They're keeping him off the cart, keeping the pressure on. Even when he does get on the cart, the Junkrat just tears the shield apart, and then subsequently the Bastion.
Their team is kind of on the wrong side. Here comes the ult. It's potent way too high. I think they changed D.Va's bomb gravity or something since I've been gone, because I play D.Va a lot as well, and I shoot her ult, and it doesn't drop as fast as it used to. Feels bad, man.
You know, I never read a patch note about that, but I kind of think you're right. You know,
here comes Zud. Zud, I think, is looking for the Widow somewhere, or because they're both behind the Widow and the Genji out of place, but gets found by the tire. Well, unfortunate. Yeah, they're splitting up too much. The Widow's behind, but they're just not regrouping, and they need to wait, regroup, and just let the Widow try and get a few picks as they engage. Push them back past this choke.
Yeah, I agree.
And now that they know she's here, they knew they were back there, but now they know exactly where she is. That's a weird ult for that, but
I think what they thought the Orisa was in between shields, and honestly, if she didn't pop it at the end, that would have been an easy double, maybe triple kill. So I can see where they were going with it.
And they did get 2 early kills. Both TPS are down. Does pop bongos, but Ads gets a double kill onto the remaining members, and Diancie cleans it up.
Oh yeah, they absolutely need to back out right now. They only have maybe one good push left. They can't afford to get any more staggers.
I definitely think they need to push around them, try and get the high ground on the other side. Just put a shield down and just try and rotate around, but they're gonna go head first in. Proxy able to get 2 kills off early, and he does die, but that should pave the way. The spawns are very far, so hopefully can bring it up. The Orisa battle, Beezlur wins, and the D.Va's just trying to stall for a little more time. It does make sense. I mean, she could probably stall long enough maybe to get the rest of her team back, I'm not sure.
It's very likely, considering how much trouble they're having killing her, even though she's by herself. You know, honestly, they're on overtime. The only reason they got this far is due to Proxy's really great Dragon Blade. Unfortunately, no one really followed up on it, and it's kind of why they're struggling right now.
And Proxy, not very close to his blade. Here comes a huge grab, but the trans comes out, luckily to get nothing out of that. And it does look like the red team's going to retake this fight. Unfortunate, Proxy was dead, and he was trying to carry the rest of his team, but the shoulders are too slim.
Oh, you know what, Seth? This is a team game. If Proxy didn't go in on the Dragon Blade by himself, he might have had a good chance if even one other member of his team followed up with him. But unfortunately, he died, had to get rezzed, and then everything pretty much fell apart from there.
Well, that was the unfortunate part. We haven't seen anyone play the Winston, and the Genji is just really hard to play, unless it's just like he was a flanker, but he just kind of was more of just like a normal DPS just in the front lines. Like he needed someone to go in with him, I do agree.
Yeah, the D.Va didn't really go with him very often, although it's good to stay back with your supports.
Even
I think
just the Mercy pocketing him, like, honestly.
Yeah,
they have
that might have been okay.
They had the Ana. I believe they started Ana. I don't recall they switched off of the Ana.
Yeah, they did
or something.
Yeah.
But still, that burst healing should just be enough for the other 4 players.
Should be, but guess we'll never know.
Time will tell.
Ooh, I really like Lawless. You know, you can tell how coordinated they are. Even their icons are all the same.
Yeah, I think that they both tried to do that, but not everyone has Happy Squid.
Well, sure, but there's got to be.
Squid.
Even I have Happy Squid, but I think there's got to be some icon. All 6 of them have. Could have worked.
Yeah, they tried to do a good one. Yeah, I have the frog. I also have the Happy Squid. Feels good, man.
How are you able to check while we're in custom game? Is there some secret hack to this game? I don't know.
Just hit P and then, or no, you just hit escape and go to your career profile. And
oh
then you check
my
your
goodness,
icon.
you're right.
You know, there are menus.
Yeah, you're right. Look, I learned something new today about Overwatch. Learn something new every day.
I wonder, like, that's actually another thing I was thinking about with Overwatch. Like, there's contenders. I was wondering if they're ever gonna bring new teams into Overwatch League after like the first season. Like maybe teams get kicked out or something. Like I know League does that. They cycle teams in and out of the pro league, and then there's just smaller leagues below them.
Although Overwatch is definitely in the midst, with contenders of developing a tier 2 league, I don't think that's the system they're gonna go with. They did say that they were expecting to sign at least 2 new teams for season 2, so I know there's
Well, that's
that.
good.
Yeah.
I think they need to sign an even or a 4 set of teams because 12 seems fine right now. They can run 3 matches a day, and each team gets 2 matches a week, which seems really good. But once the meta will be more diverse if they only bring even 2 more teams in. They need to probably bring 4 in as well. It would keep the meta more diverse as well, and it will also keep. They might have to do an extra match if it gets popular enough, but who knows? Or another day.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if they added Tuesday into the mix. I don't know what they would do though for when Contenders comes on though, because Contenders runs on Mondays. Sorry, NA Contenders I believe runs on Mondays and Tuesdays according to the schedule I saw. But I don't know what they would do those days because I believe on Mondays, as we saw earlier today, that Contenders EU was on. So I don't think Blizzard wants to step on their own toes like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made the game days they already have longer. Although 3 a day is already kind of hard to keep up with. I couldn't imagine 4.
I keep up with it. I don't watch all matches, but people just tune in, They I mean, some people only watch their own team, so.
Yeah, but that's true. But then there's me. Like I'm really into the game. I love watching all the high level games, but I only have so much time in my life. I'm still catching up to VODs from last week.
It's everybody. Everybody's not a 15-year-old in high school.
Unless you're in Contenders.
Yeah, Contenders you can probably just watch on your phone. I mean, yeah, I guess they play the days that they don't. Yeah, they probably still scrim and stuff.
Yeah, true. No, but I was just saying, like, a lot of them are probably, like, with the exception of a few, they're, like, under 18 or literally just 18.
I mean, there are a few players that also just got signed to the multiple teams. I think 2 people to the Shock and 1 person to Boston.
Oh, so excited about the shot. Wait, to Boston? I didn't know about that.
Let me check real quick, but we should be actually paying attention to the maps. It looks like an average-ish Dimes comp. There's Mercy. The Sombra's a little different, especially in defense. There's no pack control anymore, really. So maybe just like a flanker, kind of like a tracer.
I would even argue with the... Actually, it might be better now than before, because with the old Sombra, it's really only ideal to run her on defense if there's a Mega that you can exploit, and on defense in this area, there isn't much for her to use.
There's also a quad tank setup that they're doing now. Does look like they're gonna try to put the bit. Two go down early for Zuds, and don't know if they'll be able to do that, even with the spawns. Yeah, this quad tank is running all over them. I'm surprised too because they have the Junkrat who's able to build ult quick, but he got picked early. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but the Slambulance strikes again.
Yeah, I feel like the easiest way to deal with quad tank is to just run quad tank, but I mean I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I feel like you should just butt heads that way, but
I feel like it is good, but then you leave too much to chance like that. Oh, looking for a snowball here.
Yeah, all the members on point. They do get ads again, so he can't really do anything. That's their strategy, is to try to get ads out of the fight so they can just snowball this quicker. It does look like they'll be able to take 40 down, and the spawns are coming in. Tracer gonna try and stall it out. Yeah, it doesn't look like the spawn saggers are going to be enough. Silent going to try and get the res off. Does get the res onto Diancie, so looks like they're going to stall as long as possible. Shatter comes out, only gets 2. Here comes a bomb. Still really high. See those gravity, man. He's launching it too high. And Ads doesn't get a kill onto proxy, so they lost a member at least. It looks like they're gonna be able to hold, surprisingly. They're able to get it out. Does waste the Reaper ult, but I don't think they needed to use that ult, but it does secure that they get the kill onto the Moira.
Yeah, you know, I think they were so close to just losing it. I think use whatever you can to stop their progress right here and then try to build it up after. Oh, but it's not looking good. Red team has a lot more, actually coming up on 4 ultimates.
Yeah, I don't think they used as many ults. Beezlur did use the Shatter, but he automatically has it back right after he died. Does look they're gonna go in. D.Va's behind in an interesting spot. Grav comes out, Shatter also comes out, and they do get 2 with that combination. Same with Blade. Blade is trying to clean up the rest. D.Va trying to stall, gets knocked off the point. Tracer's still alive though, gonna be able to stall for at least a little longer. Here comes Lucio. And Silent just doing a good job, but gets taken down by Proxy. Proxy doing a good job dashing through, cleaning up on low members. That's a better D.Va bomb, but it gets blocked by the Winston barrier, and it does look like they're gonna clean up a little more. They need to get Silent down before it can res, and that's exactly what they do, and they're able to get the Lucio off the point and clean it up. They did a lot better in cleaning up that time. Sure, the spawns were really staggered, but did a good job in cleaning up a little faster that time.
Well, staggered spawns are the beauty of 2CP. You know,
Yeah.
Red team was doing just fine with the quad tank. I'm not too sure why they dropped it so quickly. And on top of that, it was a triple tank Genji. I haven't seen much of that before. But once he built up the Dragon Blade, it was just a lot of free damage, especially on the supports.
I mean, you might not see it often, but it looked effective. I mean, the tanks are just in the faces, making sure that the Genji is protected, and also making sure that they can get some chip. Maybe try and get them lower, you know, get in their face, and then once they're low, they focus someone, then the Genji just dashes through him, gets his reset, they focus someone and dash, gets reset, you know, just keep going. Keep it on and rolling.
Yeah. Lawless I really like the way they ran the quad tank too. It was really disciplined. They focused their targets. Although they might want to work a little bit on their ult coordination, because in that last fight they just dropped all 4 at the exact same time. But I mean, hey, it worked out for them.
Maybe someone just called it. I don't know.
It's possible.
Just blow it all.
Yeah.
I mean that's the nature of CP. You have to you generally have to dedicate everything. One of the harder maps to take, in my opinion, is Horizon Colony, and you literally have to just kind of grind and wait until you have all your ultimates and just just power through it. You know, just get the team dead and just camp the entrances.
Yeah, it's most certainly what they did.
It does look like we're gonna see a much more normal comp. Just kidding, it's 4 tanks. From the Zud Daddies.
You know, I think we're at a point where 4 tanks would be pretty normal, so I don't think you're actually wrong.
I think Proxy anticipated it as well, because he's running the Mei to counter at least one of the tanks.
I think Mei's great, because if you can split up one of the tanks,
And the wall comes up, goes down early though. They're trying to rotate back to point, but they kind of split up. It does look like they'll be able to get the kills on to Zarya and also the Rhine, so there's no dedicated shield for them right now. It does look like the Zarya actually killed 2. I'm surprised. Must be massive charge right now. No, not even. But it looks like they just got to try and kill this Lucio, and Diaper's the only one point, and they should be able to kill him. The spawns, I think, are far enough where they can probably back out of that fight. Yeah, just another quad tank fight. They just kind of picked one person off, and then they were dying here and there, but the spawns is just too much for them to overcome.
Yeah, you know, it started a little disorienting, but blue team really just picked it up, started getting pick after pick, and after that they got a convincing win and have capped the point. Still have 7 minutes left.
Yeah, they did split. If you saw, they started going around, one started going to point, but then they were able to, like, maybe someone called, hey, go this way, and the rest of the people just kind of like rotated with them. They were able to get 2 picks off of that, which was really smart play. D.Va contesting the soldier up high ground. Rest of the team fighting on point. They got to get someone onto the point. Here comes Dapper, but gets killed by the baby diva. Shatter comes out, only finds Court. He gets booped out of the way, and does look like Coalescence comes out, and also Grav. Coalescence maybe just dealing enough damage for some bark. Does look like they're going to be able to clean up on that, and they should be able to hold this first point. Or this first push of the second point.
Right. So you see, the blue team had a strong start. They were definitely ahead with the ult economy, but I think just the who was it? SilentTitan booping their Reinhardt's target out of the way kind of hurt them a little bit because that was probably a free kill that they prevented. Then the grab came out. That was pretty much it. Luckily, blue team has the grab coming up right now, although the other team has the shatter, so could go either way.
The grab and the returning Coalescence, but Beats gets popped and it doesn't look like gonna do anything. But Whole Hog does end up getting the cleanup on the Reinhardt. Death Blossom literally doing nothing, just getting some poke damage, and they just gotta kill this Moira, and they should be able to stagger the spawns enough. That was a good thing. The Whole Hog pushed the Ryan out of the way, which allowed the rest of the team to just pump damage into the rest. Here comes the charge off point, and they're not gonna be able to do it. Oh, here comes the counter grab. And Ryan is just kind of charging around the point, trying to keep his team healthy. Shatter comes out on 2. He's able to get the cleanup onto 2. Ryan charges the Hog off point. Gets a huge, only gets 2 actually with the Shatter. Didn't hit the Zarya. Proxy just trying to sell for time and gets pulled. Another grab! Wow, that was a fast build. And they just need to get the Diva out of ult, and the spawns are coming in, but it does look like they're going to be able to clean up. Diva ult comes out, still too high as well. These Diva ults just need to be lower. Just drop your ult on the ground, on the point. Like, I don't know. Blizzard, what is this gravity thing? So many ults being blown. I'm totally confused of why this point is still happening. They should have gotten the cleanups. But I think it's the Tracer who's been stalling long enough. She's just kind of zipping around point. She just get finished out, and Coalescence comes out. They're gonna try and get this Lucio down. Poor Kaldhen. Rip. And yeah, 2 CP.
That is easily one of the longest pushes I've ever seen. My God.
Took 2 minutes. Yeah, I played on this map the other day. It was like we like steamrolled, but we just kind of couldn't finish kills quick enough, and it just led to like a 2-minute fight that we ended up winning. But you know, it happens. Just too much stall.
Crazy. Ult after ult, shatter after shatter, bomb after bomb. I gotta say, the attacking Zarya shooting the grab right in the Diva's face, that is ballsy, and I respect that. Risking it getting eaten, just doesn't care, throws it right at
I
him.
mean, if you're a Zarya against a Diva, why are you holding defense matrix to begin with, you know? So unless they reacted quick enough, there's no way she would have ate that. Unless she was just kind of protecting her team, you know?
It's one of those things you can kind of predict. At least I would like to think. At some point in time when you're playing her enough, you can kind of tell when a Zarya is getting aggro and wants to throw the ult. But, you know, it's situational. It's still, like, just me as a Zarya player, like, I would never shoot it, like, right at Diva's face as soon as she walks out, especially if I know she has her DM, like, off cooldown. It's just, oof. But hey, it definitely worked out for them.
It does look like the quad tank era has ended. They're going to be adjusting accordingly. They're going to run triple tank with a Tracer. It looks like a better comp overall to counter whatever they're trying to do. They're trying to run a double tank with the Junkrat and the Reaper because they think they're going to run quad tank for the millionth time. So,
hey man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, they're going to fix it. This is a good flank. Reaper and Junkrat behind to separate. Comes in on him and gets a few kills. Proxy does go down. And yeah, that's an interesting strategy. Tracer on point allows them, they gotta rotate a little more, at least send 1 or 2 people after her. They can hold this choke. Yeah, Diaper able to clean her up.
Oh yeah, Reaper in a tight room, especially as squishy as Tracer. Just bad news.
She just blinks into you and you one-click her. Feels bad, man.
Feels bad.
One in the chat if you've ever gotten one-clipped as a Tracer by a Reaper, just by blinking towards them.
Can we just get an F in the chat, boys?
pay respects.
Have to pay respects.
That's how I feel with Tracer sometimes. You just die randomly, and it's just like, oh, might be. But it does look like both Coalescence is coming out. Tired has found one, but Grav able to get them all together. No solid kills, but both supports do end up going down.
Wow, unfortunate. Zud Bubbles with the really fat Graviton, but no follow-up once again. And I think that's really what fell apart.
Zud Bubbles. Lol.
Oh lord, did I say that wrong?
No, you're fine. It's funny.
No, it's
just funny. ZudZubbies.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that if you ever watch this. A lot of BMing going on in the chat too. But anyway, I think they just need to organize their pushes more. If the blue team had flankers, they need to time their engagements.
Here comes the Diva Bomb. Positioned well because they took the Rhine out of commission. There's a good pin by the opposite Rhine. Tyre comes out as well, not able to find the kills. Shield and is gonna Death Boss and not a fan of anything anyways, only on the Rhine. They just able to get damage down. Coalescence comes out. Second Coalescence from the Diancie comes out, and Emperor pushing them back, able to heal his team and damage at the same time. Not an outstanding ult, to be honest. I've never really found that to be an amazing ult, but it's definitely one of those. This is a support ult. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it heals as well, kind of like Brigitte's swing also does damage and heals. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it also heals. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Jack of all trades, if you could say. It's crazy. It's too bad the push for blue didn't work out. That was a really great pin on the blocking Reinhardt. Got allowed double kill on the Diva Bomb.
Shatter and Grav comes out. Very interesting. Normally you stagger those a little better, but it doesn't really matter. They're cleaning up effectively.
You know, with the fact that they have two ults, the Junk Tire and the Sound Barrier, I think they could afford to just end this push really quick and hopefully use those ults to better end their last push, as we only have 30 seconds left.
Yeah, hopefully Zud able to get the Grav in time, especially maybe do Grav Shatter as well. This comes out, able to get two onto the stagger. They're trying to get on high ground and trying to push in. They're just wasting a lot of time trying to regroup, and I don't know why they're up on the high ground. They can just push in, like, they're tanky enough. Just
yeah, they really can't afford to be wasting any time, and that Junk Tire was absolutely huge. It might be what wins them the round, because it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get to the point on time, no matter what they do. Yep.
As they get to the point.
Oh, look at that.
Three. They got to the point, but 3 of their members died. 4. And if he gets popped, then that's pretty much it. Coalescence pop. Able to laser beam anyone else coming in. I don't know. They just wasted a lot of time trying to regroup where they didn't regroup.
Yeah, I think their biggest problem
Draw it is.
Once again, so much BM in the chat.
Drawnemora.
Drawnemora, oh boy. Oh, I remember back before these
Draw Sky Industries.
Temple of Drawnubis.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh yeah.
Is there a second one? Horizon. Nah, it doesn't really work.
There's nothing there, even though that's like the biggest culprit of it.
Draw Lunar Colony? I don't know.
Draw Lunar Colony?
Draw Horizon? Maybe.
You know what? We'll get back to you on that. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that and just work on it. Do I see an attack Symmetra? Nope. Oh no, Emperor, please do this for me. I asked for so little. Just an attack sim.
I mean,
Put on a yeah.
That would be pretty BM.
That'd be pretty BM. That'd be even worse if they won.
That's how it is. I came back and I'm stuck in gold games right now. I'm not carrying hard enough, but definitely a really good sim with a good team mentality can win fights. You don't need the sim to microwave everyone. You just need her to get some extra ult charge from slight microwave ability and then get a teleporter behind them. And it does work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially on 2 CP.
For sure. You know, blue team really needs to just get... Oh, red team running the classic dive. Blue team needs to just keep their synergy together if they want to hold this point.
It does look like they did get them down. Yeah, they're just kind of steamrolling them. Really good with the Symmetra, bait palms, yeah. Just
my God.
unfortunate. They
Oh my
got a
God.
few. Proxy get like a pick early, and they just kind of jumped into him. It's unfortunate.
Wow, that's crazy. They actually ran the Symmetra. I didn't think any. Maybe they can hear me. But
I
yeah.
mean, maybe they can.
Oh, the blue team.
I think. Well, I mean, Emperor wasn't running it, but
No, it ended up being DapperMafia. But it's unfortunate. Blue team. Symmetra's not the greatest hero, but blue team really, unfortunately, played to her strength, and that was they weren't organized enough, and that Symmetra just had plenty of time to ramp up to her easy 120 damage left click that will never break off, even if you were in a different map. So honestly, at that point, there's nothing they could have done.
yeah, I do think after they realized there was no hit scan, they should have maybe switched on to a Pharah to deal with the Reaper and the Junkrat. Sure, the Junkrat has more mobility, but maybe if you can get the Diva out of mech, the Pharah can just try and clean up on the DPS.
Definitely possible.
And it's a quick break right now. Boop boop.
We'll be back after our message from our sponsors, Sour Patch Kids.
What?
Sour, sweet, gone.
We're getting banned.
You immediately getting banned. Hey, if anything,
Rip
this
Scrub
is
League.
absolutely Rip Scrub League. Hey, if anything, this is like absolutely free advertising for Sour Patch Kids. They should be thanking me.
They'll thank you with a cease and desist order in your mailbox.
Hey, all I asked for was the thank you. So you know what? I'll comply without any argument.
I'm sad that Old Spice commercial didn't have some form of Terry Crews in it. Have you seen
Yeah,
that one with the
seriously.
finger gym?
No, I don't think I
No,
have.
really? Wow.
I'm surprised. I could have sworn I've seen every Old Spice commercial at least 37 times.
No, it was on Overwatch League. It's an Overwatch League official commercial. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna find that later on.
Yeah, look it up if you haven't seen it. It's in one of the compilation videos that people pump out. But yeah.
Wait. So it's an Overwatch League Old Spice commercial.
It's called Old Spice Hand Gym.
Old Spice Hand Gym?
Yeah. It's pretty
Oh.
It's a pretty dumb commercial, but I mean
you know what, that it does make sense because you know gamers gotta keep their hands fresh, strong. Avoid carpal tunnel. That's a big one. Oh wait, so what exactly is our quick break? SilentTitan is asking what the next map is.
The next map is Lijiang Tower. According to our lovely producer, according to Kaldhen, Moira I or Moiral, I don't know. I never really understood that.
I was gonna say, I thought Kaldhen was playing.
Morai, okay. Thank you for correcting. It's definitely Lijiang Tower.
Perfect. Finally, we'll walk away from 2CP and come to the objectively best game mode in Overwatch. Control. Don't at me.
And if I remember correctly, I did remember Morai. It is King's Row, and the tiebreaker is Oasis. But maybe we can see the reverse sweep. I don't know.
Wait.
They're really hard pressed right now.
Is it so it's best of 3 maps or 4?
It's kind of like Overwatch League. You run 4 maps.
Oh, so you run 4 no matter what, but obviously, whoever wins 3.
Yeah,
wins.
It's best of 5 if needs be. 4 no matter what. Yeah.
Essentially, okay.
Overwatch League makes sense.
Yeah, that's how it works, man. Everybody wants to be
the superb owl.
I just want to be in the owl.
I don't know if you want to.
I feel like I want to. It's just
eventually,
not like today. I mean, that'd be cool, but like, just sub in for Monte Cristo. Sure, no problem. Let me just
as a caster. Oh, I understand. Okay, I thought you were saying as a player. Like,
oh my God! After everything that's happening, But no, yeah. As a caster, definitely as a caster. as a
I
player.
actually looked up the word Monte Cristo because I like heard it before I knew him as a caster, and I guess it's like a sandwich with like a shit ton of meat in it. Like it's got like ham, turkey. It's probably actually
Yeah.
really good. I don't live in New York City, but I live in New York, and maybe if I could find like a nice bistro or a deli shop or something that sells them, have a taste of that Monte Cristo.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have something like that in Toronto.
Oh, you from Toronto? That's cool.
That is indeed where I'm from. It's nice here.
Rent your Toronto esports logo jerseys. I don't know if they even have them, but
Maybe they do, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest fan.
okay. I
don't
really
know.
like them. Back when they had their original roster, I really liked them, but
Back
all
in
of
the day,
those
they were
some
pretty
of those
cool.
players are in the Overwatch League now, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you know, apparently Dreamcasper was almost asked to join Toronto Esports, according to Huck.
Yeah, but why would
But
you join?
because
If you're in the league.
no,
Oh, this
this
long
is
time
like,
ago. Okay.
oh, this is like
I
just
mean,
after the game.
Dreamcaster basically carries his team. Not to offend any Boston fans, but he does a hard carry on most of his team a lot of the time.
No, yeah, he's actually like a friend of mine always says, oh, he's like, yeah, who I guess Huck was the only one who could have predicted that Dreamcaster would get good at Overwatch. And it turned out to be true. Although Boston's struggling a little bit right now, so hopefully they get out of that.
Yeah, only actually. Oh no, they never. Okay, I'm thinking of a different team. There's only one person from Overwatch League, or no, there's two. There's two. One doesn't actually play that often, I believe. Snow.
Snow was in Toronto Esports?
No, yeah, he was. It was his
Oh, wow.
original roster. It's only got. Let me look it up.
I remember only God.
Yeah, Note and Snow are currently on Boston.
Wait,
And-
not E was from Toronto Esports?
Yeah, I call him Note.
Because they capitalized the E, so I always thought it was just not E.
Well, yeah, it's not E, but on
Okay, but
Overwatch League, everyone calls him Note because they don't distinguish that. Same with
they
Cool
don't
Matt. They just took his 69 out and put it as his number on his jersey.
It wasn't even that. They actually like wouldn't let him make his in-game name for Owl Cool Matt 69. So
Yeah, well,
he
no
just had
shit.
to be Cool- yeah, because for obvious reasons. But then he just won the technicality by making his player number 69, which that made me happy. Oh, and here we go.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, I've actually been following contenders. I've just been too busy. I work on those days. Oh, and restarted.
Yep, seems like it. But that's completely fair. I mean, now with contenders, there's like 5 or 6 days of Overwatch a week, and that's ridiculous. As much as I love this game, I gotta eat. And to eat, I gotta work.
To work, you gotta not watch Overwatch League.
Unfortunately. Although sometimes my job gets slow. So I would always
I miss
watch...
having a job like that. I work at a grocery store now, so I just kind of have to cash people out. Like, when it's really slow, I just put my phone on, prop it up, but...
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I used to do, like, tech, so I just have to wait for tickets, so I just sit there and watch. Especially my boss is gone. I just bring my laptop, game on my laptop, wait for a ticket, Those were the days.
Why don't you go back?
I had financial trouble, so I moved elsewhere, and then I came back and my job was taken. It took them 6 months to fill my position, though, which is pretty dumb.
Wow. But that's okay. You could probably find...
Click on her head! Lol.
Hey, forehead.
Who? I really don't even know who that was.
I honestly, like, for the life of me, cannot remember. Alright, but here we go. Both sides running the Pharmacy dive, although the blue team is running it with the Junkrat and the Moira.
And also a Tracer instead of the Junkrat. It does look like blue team is favored composition-wise, but don't know if it... Yep, Az does get 2 solid kills. Zud's able to get the Tracer as expected, and Beezlur gets rezzed into a plethora of blue team ults. It's unfortunate.
Oh, it ended up
He does
working
get out with his life though.
Yeah, really impressive. Oh, swapping to the Widowmaker. Really sick of this Pharah. You know, I think the problem in the first fight was that when you're running mirror Pharah Mercy comps, you gotta contest the other Pharah. Otherwise, like we saw, Ads just got free reign, killing the squishies, and it really just cost them the fight. So now red team is behind on the ult economy, coming up on a junk tire right now.
The tanks are kind of by themselves. Everyone's trying to play the bridge, but they're not getting in quick enough. The D-Mech on the D.Va, but Proxy able to get Diancie early. Diancie res. Again with these D.Va bombs. Stop launching them into the abyss, dude. But again, the tire. No one can really stop tire at this level. Only a few tires were killed.
Yeah, a good shot by Widowmaker can handle it. Maybe a few too many ults, because now their red team's coming up on a couple of ults, such as the Dragon Blade, the D.Va Bomb, and actually Winston and their Valkyrie. Oh, so is the other side, so.
Yeah, they're gonna try and wrap around, avoid this Pharah Mercy spam. It's a good idea.
Definitely, they gotta watch out for the incoming rocket barrage though.
Yeah, they do have their D.Va up, so hopefully she's able to count it. Coalescence comes out, Blade also comes out, but Coalescence cannot stop Blade from slashing through your team. It only prevents the sushi from being made. And this fight continues surprisingly, but red team has the upper advantage. They do get Winston down. They did switch over to that the Reaper and is able to be a tank killer as well. They do have the point. They're also gonna get a res onto Kaldhen, who does have that beat. That is crucial for this next fight, especially with Winston can just kind of corner people if they don't have, even if they're squishy, they get it. But Ads does get Kaldhen again, not able to get that beat off, and they're gonna try and launch the barrier over. Able to get 2 solid kills, and the D-Mech onto the D.Va. That was a solid bomb. Solid bomb finally by one of the teams.
You know what? I think he heard you and you motivated him. Do better.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the verticality, you launch it in the air, it doesn't drop quick enough now, so you just kind of got to launch it horizontally. I don't know. Your game engine is weird, Blizzard. Even WoW's game engine has been the same forever, you know? They just update it with cool little graphics. Proxy going on the flank. Here comes the Blade again. B comes out, able to keep him alive through his Blade. He wasn't able to get the kill onto the Moira though. But the Moira actually counter-killing him. Here comes the Barrage, able to get one, but huge Death Blossom and bomb to zone out people as well. Yeah, that was actually good placement by the bomb. I don't know if you saw it, but the bomb was behind the, what do they call them? They're like the things in malls. They're like...
Oh, essentially the signs.
Yeah. A sign. The bomb was placed behind the sign, which made them go to one side, and it basically, the Death Blossom they kind of corralled them a little bit. I don't think they did it on purpose. Maybe they could have, but
I don't think so. Just because Fat Piggy ended up using his ult because the mech got popped, so it just happened to work out that way and set up the Death Blossom.
And Kaldhen getting some revenge with this fight, gets 2 boops off after getting multiple picked. Mercy pop Valkyrie is trying to fly on point, but Forty's able to get her out, and they're able to get the 2 onto the point and try and stall. Did you get Proxy out of the fight? He won't be able to build all at first fight. Another fat grab for Piggy, and they might be able to clean this fight up real quick, but Ads dies to his own rocket, or maybe, I don't know. But Zud's trying to pull it back. It's 2 solid kills. Coalescence also comes out. Proxy's still on the point. Kaldhen on the outside of the point, trying to stall as long as possible. And it's just gonna keep going. Here comes the Blade, gets a kill on Zud's. Here comes the beat as well, able to keep him up and fresh. Not able to get the kill onto Ads. Ad's still alive, able to stall the point out. This fight is chaotic, but it does look like red team is getting the better half of these kills. They need to get this tracer down. Ad's down, and it does look like they're able to take it. That was unfortunate for blue team. They were actually winning the fight in the beginning, and the Fair ended up killing herself, which was unfortunate as well, because they had numbers. Zud's killed 2 after that as well, so I don't know.
You know, I think what really did it was SilentTitan was flying in. I think the idea was to activate the overtime using her Valkyrie, just flying in and out. But unfortunately, she flied in a little too soon, jumping in at like 95, 96%. So she had to sit there and wait for the 99, and then she got picked off immediately. That early pickoff, I think, prevented the blue team from winning the fight decisively, and it gave the red team enough time to come back, get everything together, and then, of course, use the Sound Barrier and Dragon Blade, which is honestly a great ult combination. So it was pretty doomed to fail at that point.
And it looks like we're gonna see similar comps, more of like a dive strategy, but with a Junkrat and instead with a Genji and a Reaper. This is interesting from the red team side. I think they're gonna try and hold point more. What do you think about the comps?
I think they really just want to deny VortyNoxx, because the Reaper is just an absolute nightmare for Winston unless they were to focus him directly.
Proxy gets picked off early along with SilentTitan, but unfortunately Silent is the healer, so that will maybe deter them from going to the point. They did get both healers, so I'm not sure. Ads gets the kill on Beezlur, and they should probably back out, but I'm not sure. Tracer trying to get the quick bomb, doesn't end up getting the bomb, but the Junkrat ult does kill Proxy. And it looks like they're gonna use this Coalescence to try and get some kills. Diaper sneaks behind, gets a kill onto the Mercy, and Death Blossoms the rest down. Definitely stalling this out, winning the fight decisively with that ult.
Yeah, that Death Blossom was huge. Just walked right in the middle. Nobody stopped him. In the middle of 3 squishies, absolutely decimated them.
I feel like that's how Reaper is now. They did upgrade him at some point to be more sneaky, which I do agree. He needs to be a sneaky. But here comes, no worries. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Does get the kill onto Silent along with the help of Law, and they don't have their support now, so they're gonna try and fight this without their Mercy. Yeah, they're backing out a little bit. She does pop Valkyrie to try and get back to the team quicker. That's interesting. Maybe to try and get away from the Genji as well. Genji was trying to flank and spawn camper. Proxy. 2 kills randomly. Yeah, this is an interesting fight. Here comes the words. Coalescence comes out, and it does look like they're gonna get some kills. Kills trade. Winston gets 2, but Proxy able to get the Tracer and the Mercy to help them. So I don't know, I just feel like the blue team isn't engaging properly, but Proxy does go down. They waste his ult there, fortunately. I always find it really hard as a Genji to try and kill a diva. You have to use 5 whole swings on her.
Yeah, it's definitely why she's not a favorable target, I must say.
Yeah, Diva trying to stick out. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they wasted a lot of time trying to regroup as well.
Yeah, you know, blue team, they spent too much time out in the open or in a choke point instead of hiding away outside of all the spam damage so that they could properly regroup and then take the engagement. That plus ignoring the Reaper while keeping the while keeping the Winston, it was really just not working out for them. Oh. You know, yeah. You know, I really like Proxy's Genji though. He's been really doing well this entire series. Although I think some of his targets while Dragon Blading are a little questionable. It might just be because he happens to lose track and he's deciding, all right, you know what? I got 3 seconds left. Let me put some damage on this guy. But I think once he gets better with his target selection, you can have some really filthy Dragon Blades.
Yeah, we really haven't seen a Genji on the other side either. We've had the Junkrat, maybe a Tracer here and there. Their DPS is kind of sporadic.
Oh yeah, you're right. Alright, so if I recall, that should be 2 for Zud Daddies. Yes.
2. For
Wait.
what?
Or wait, no,
The Lawless have won all 3 so far. So, I believe. Oh no,
Oh.
they. Oh wait, it's 2-1. A lot. Wait, what? Wait, did they win one? I feel bad now.
Hmm.
Oh, I think they won Junkertown. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so 2-1. Looking like they're trying to make some subs. You know, normally when you type into the chat, it says that you're a spectator, but the fact that it didn't kind of worried me a bit. I think they actually might have thrown me in. Oh my god, no, I was kidding. They invited me to the group. See, I'm so glad I clarified. Oh my goodness. Still with me there, Seth?
Yeah.
Alright. Just freaked me out for a little second. I thought I was by myself.
I just got lost in the nice tavern.
Oh, no.
I was
sorry.
also thinking about stuff.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, we got the Mayhem skins, 1 in whatever, 1 in X. I don't know how many. I don't actually know how many games. I think Mayhem actually took a game recently.
It really, really, really pains me to talk about this, but Mayhem won against Dallas. I think not last night. What day today? On Saturday.
It happens.
It shouldn't happen.
Could be
though.
worse.
No, it can't. Don't say that. Actually, it could be worse. Shanghai could have beaten Dallas, but at this point, anything's possible. Although I can't lie, Logix has been really doing good the last couple. I guess the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Logix is pretty hard carrying too. He's doing a good job.
Yeah,
but
same with Tavik. You know, this is kind of
Tavik
like
hasn't been exactly himself. He's doing well, but he's not performing at the Tavik level I used to.
throughout stage 1. Yeah, we all had these expectations for him, and he was just kind of invisible. But now he's really picking up. So hopefully that helps Mayhem win more games.
Yeah, definitely hard with these imported teams. Just some of the best.
Honestly, and then some are unfortunately not so the best.
Yeah, I mean, they're new teams. They'll get their groove, hopefully.
Oh yeah, someone in chat
A
knows my
controversy, controversy with the Shanghai was they were supposed to bring in the top team, just kind of like acquire them, and they didn't even do that. They didn't even bring a single member, I don't think.
I don't think all of Miraculous Youngsters as a team was of age, but
Oh, that could be a possibility.
still, you could have brought some of them. That's a whole. No one really knows exactly why, but it's definitely politics. Anyway, defense is running the Orisa Diva comp with the Widow. Pretty normal here. Red team is running the Slambulance once again. Can't wait to see it hit.
The Sambulance is coming to town. And yeah, they get the kill onto ads for again with this Junkrat. They just pick off the Junkrat early and I don't know. So like a Macho Man Randy Savage style and just off the rope.
Wow, you know, it's too bad. It was a real struggle for the blue team's comp because the Widowmaker really can't do a whole lot against the quad tank unless he happens to miraculously pick off the supports, which he did towards the end, but it didn't really matter because literally the rest of her team had died.
Yeah, Diaper does get demaxed, so there's nowhere to jump off the map until like the end of the map at least.
Time Crunch being the gentleman saying hello to his enemies.
Hello. Goodbye. Zud is not cheating. You're liars.
Don't listen to him. That's why they
Stop
call him
causing
proxy.
drama. The Coalescence does come out, does get the kills onto Ads. Again, fortunately Ads not having a good time. Keeps getting targeted. They need to try and, not pocket him, but try and PO for him a little better. He's not getting the better half. I know he's a Junkrat and he shoots bombs, but he's not invulnerable.
Yeah, I think ZudZubbies really needs
Silent,
to get off the
out
window.
of nowhere, jumps to try to stall? Question mark?
I'm not really sure what that
That's
was.
a bad
but-
stagger.
Yeah, there's a good chance they'll probably get this point. Yeah, okay, ZudZubbies is now swapped onto the Reaper, so Reaper Junkrat's a pretty good tank combination. Hopefully they'll be able to slow it, because honestly, Red Team's been uncontested pretty much this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you can snowball enough if you stagger enough, and it does happen.
It's true.
They do get some hard kills, but they're snowballing more so. Alt does get Diva out of mech and kills time, but I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be able to stop this ambulance.
They should be able to, especially now with the two ults that they dropped. They're coming. Blue team has the Coalescence, Valkyrie, Orisa Ultimate Supercharger. Just dropping the tire. Hopefully that gets something. Oh,
Tire able to get the D-Mech Diva, the baby killer.
the baby killer.
Cabbage trying to get some swings off. Does have that shatter. Huge shatter comes out. Only got one, but yeah, that blocked a lot. That random shield blocked a lot, and they're able to pull through with no ultimates being used after the ult or the fire. That's interesting. Maybe the failed chatter allowed him to just have enough confidence to go in. I'm not sure, but they did push through a little better.
Definitely, when you're not afraid of the Earth Shatter, since you know we used it, you definitely have a lot more room to be aggressive. And I gotta say, secret MVP of that was FatPiggyHD. Immediately just environmentally killing the enemy Roadhog. Took away so much of the enemy team's damage, and there's nothing else they could have done.
Time Swifts onto this Junkrat to poke at the Orisa shield. Definitely a huge asset. Farming that shield, or trying to get that shield down. Res back onto Ads, but it does look like they're gonna try to push through with Coalescence. Here comes the tire from Ads, trying to find some. Able to get the kill. No! Surprisingly doesn't get the kill on Emperor. That's
Blue team
unfortunate.
Blue team waiting till the end to use their ultimates.
Yeah, they weren't able to get it. Two died with ult, and they're using the beat to try and get in. ZudZubbies able to get the kill onto court. I think they're going to be able to stall this out, but a little too close for comfort there. They're using their ults to just save the point. I feel like they should have used them to engage so that they didn't push it as far as they did. Now they have to worry about someone trying to like sneak around and backcapping up on the top.
Yeah, the payload's really close to the end. I really think using the Coalescence was unnecessary, although they have it. They get it back really quickly. The enemy...
Shatter comes through, gets the Orisa, get the Orisa down. The tire gets Ads, who is not able to use his tire. Oh, he actually used... no. Yeah, he's not able to use his tire, and... it doesn't look like they're pushing... or they're not looks like they're not pushing through hard enough. Time gets hooked, but not knocked correctly. Ad's able to finally use his tire, gets their Kaldhen. So Kaldhen not able to AoE heal his team, but Time able to get 4 consecutive kills, popping off with this grab.
Yeah, in such a small area.
Thank you, Zarya Time. What are you doing?
Even before that, 2 easy kills. Bomb and concussion mine. Yeah, Junkrat just puts us so much damage. You really don't want to group up, especially when he's near you like that. I think Zud Daddies' biggest problem was they just, not only were they letting themselves get staggered too much, they just were holding on to so many ultimates. They had the Supercharger and Valkyrie even since before they capped second point. And they definitely could have used them one after another to at least shave off more time off the Lawless' time bank.
It's Junkrat. Balance. CabbageHD.
Kappa Ross. So now Lawless is running They're gonna run the just the 2-2-2 with the Reaper Junkrat. Maybe they're
Yeah, it's a
maybe
strictly anti-dive comp.
yeah, maybe they're expecting maybe they're expecting the you know what? They're probably expecting Zud Daddies to run the quad tank just like they did.
Yeah, it's probably possible. It doesn't look like they're gonna do it, but
No, but this would work pretty well against dive as well, which it looks like that's what they're running.
looks
Although
like they're running a split comp with a sniper. That's kind of weird, but
that's definitely a new one.
I would love. This comp is really effective. No one really runs it as far as I've seen since the buffs and since Orisa came out. Before Orisa came out, when Doomfist came out, this map used to be Doomfist, McCree, Rhine, Zarya, and just 2 supports, whatever you felt like running. And you'd have like a double charge effect where the Zarya could bubble one of you as you go in, get a huge ton of charge, and just melt people down.
4, 3,
Yeah. Oh, but it looks like the Zud Daddy is actually gonna go with
incoming.
somewhat dive comp, except with the Widow on attack and the Moira as a healer instead of the Zenyatta or the Mercy.
Yeah, Moira into no diva is very beneficial, but they do have the diva to counter Emperor if they so choose. They'll be able to get this high ground, pushing half the team back. They're kind of split up. Zubby is gonna get a kill on Quart. Quart somehow demexed the diva a little late in the kill feed. Zubby able to get 2, and it does look like it's gonna try and push them back. Their time crunch is able to get multiple kills in, so both trading a lot of kills, but it does look like the spawns are gonna be coming in for Zud Daddies, and they need to just push in now because they're waiting too long for the spawns.
Yeah, Zud Daddies definitely have the spawn advantage with the Ana dying so late, but now that he's back, it's probably too late.
Time crunch with the ult, gets killed by the Widow. That's a good shot by Zud. Zud trying to zone them out. Vorted able to get on. There's so much kills going out for the red team. Or not, yeah, the red team. Ad's able to get 2 with this bomb. Able to probably some splash finishing off crunch, but Zud's got a few kills, but it's just not enough. They're just engaging them instead of the opposite way around. They need to be engaged. They need to either push them past the choke or the arch there, or they need to just push them out into the open. Zud gets taken down though. Time switching on to the Genji as well. Doing a good job on both the Genji and the Junkrat.
Yeah, blue team definitely needs to regroup. I don't know why VortyNoxx just went off on his own onto the point, but definitely cost them a lot of time. Also, ZudZubbies, I think, needs to be landing a lot more shots. Otherwise, it might not be, Widowmaker might not be such a good idea.
Yeah, he did land a few nice shots. I mean, no one's perfect, but Fat Piggy with another huge graviton surge. I like that you heard me. Probably not.
Hey, let's just say he did.
Anna, yeah, they were able to clean up the last 2 members.
Well, I gotta say,
Yeah.
the SilentTitan sound barrier could not have come at a better time. As soon as he landed it off, DapperMafia went for the Death Blossom, completely nullified. Not a single person died, and it pretty much gave them the space and time they needed to just convincingly win this fight and capture the point. Really good play by him. Now they're coming up on the Coalescence and Shatter. Shatter on the other team as well, and his Graviton Surge. Probably expect both Shatters to come out. Maybe a Graviton with
I'd like. Well, there's also a Nano coming out as well, so they might just Nano the Rhine and hope for the best.
Oh, that brings me back to Season 2.
It's Beyblade.
Beyblade.
Grav comes out for both teams. Coalescence to try and counter that. Doesn't end up working. Able to heal his team up. Cabbage, they tried to counter each other. It didn't end up working, but the Blade able to clean up 2, and they're able to win that fight. That was interesting. They kind of pushed him in the corner, and he ulted in the corner, and then died? No, he didn't die. The other Rhine died trying to use the Shatter, I believe. That was unfortunate.
VortyNoxx did die. It's because he got antied. There's a pretty good anti-nade. I think Emperor got 2 with it, and it prevented him from being healed up by Moira. I think that was a big one because he got 1 or 2 with the Shatter. That fight could have worked out for them, but that happened on top of the sound barrier coming up from Kaldhen, so it really kept his team up and prevented blue team from being able to do much of anything else.
That was actually a lot of ult usage from the red team, though. They only have the nano left. They're approaching Beyblade status. Hopefully, we can see the diaper rip on the team, but they do have another. They do have another bomb. Here comes the fat bomb, and good covered by Cabbage. Good cover, good rotation. Zubby able to get a kill onto Kaldhen though, so there's gonna be no extra healing for that fight, and Emperor gonna boost the diaper, but just gets instantly killed. That's unfortunate. Some miscommunication there, probably.
You know, it was a really good sleep dart from Emperor too, knocking out their main tank. You'd think with no shield for that 7 seconds, they could be able to take them out 1 by 1, or even nano their Ryan in exchange. But it looks like we won't see that nano because now they've swapped onto the Moira.
It does look like they're gonna try and contest. Here's a good charge. Good shatter as well. He does die, but well, sorry. They able to get the Rhine down, so the shatter comes out. Good Beyblade as well. Well, not Beyblade, but normal blade.
Let's just call it Blade. Oh
Damn.
wait, no. You know what? Somebody has that. I don't know if we should be saying that.
Who does?
Genji.
Oh, like, oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
his Dragon Blade.
Well, you have to say the dragon part.
That's true. But anyway, so Lawless used
Tornado spin.
New name, Blizzard. Make it happen.
That wall. Did they actually let Ryan wall climb? They let Mercy have 2 guns, but did they let him wall climb or wall ride? Grab comes out, not absorbed. Both support ults comes out. Piggy able to get the kill onto court, so no Zarya for this fight. 2 Ryans swinging away. Another grab, little high, but still gets 2. Piggy, you're insane, dude.
Yeah, Fat Piggy really bringing in the mech kills. I'm completely convinced that he heard you in the first couple rounds, and he said, "No, I can't disappoint my boy Saf."
I know. Thanks, Piggy.
I'm pretty sure
You're
he said that.
You're really a high definition character. Adds with the bomb onto 2. Able to stagger those spawns.
Yeah, that's really great. It'll give him a lot of time to get some point progress.
That also makes sure that time doesn't get any effective ult charge. But Diaper up top with the sneak. He's trying to get a kill onto this Moira right here. Missing. And I don't know, he's kind of flubbed there. But Kaldhen are able to get the boop into the pit by Silent. Ryan Vorty gets 2 kills, and his team just kind of cleans up. Law all alone. You are the Law, but the Law's dead. Could have made a solid reference there, but it's well missed. B comes out along with another fatty pig, or fat piggy. Oh, there's really nowhere for them to go though, unfortunately. The only place to hide is in the closet or behind these cargo bins. That's unfortunate. They're gonna try and stall it out though. The spawns are coming in. Diaper gets DM'd to death. And they're able to actually both finish the map.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Zud Daddy just needed to get it a few seconds sooner, but now they capped in overtime. They don't actually have a chance of winning this map. All they can do now is go for the tie.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought they were doing a little better, but
they really did get it together towards the end, but I think still a little lack of coordination and ult usage, because they definitely had an ult advantage, but they didn't seem to make it work out for them.
Yeah, that's what I mentally was missing. For some reason, I didn't realize it took them so long to cap the first point. A lot of time wasted there.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas Lawless just took it in the first blow, I believe.
Yeah, and every second counts here. especially now. So all Lawless has to do is get one tick.
I'm stuck on the other side of the map. What the heck? Okay. Can you not click people?
Yeah, I think if you get close to them, you can.
Okay, there we go. Like, no, I thought Blizzard updated it for like a range, but in the OG thing, it was a lot easier to use. I don't know. I feel like this new setup is harder to use.
It'll just take some getting used to. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh, they're running the Symmetra again. Maximum BM on this side of Lawless.
Well,
Truly Lawless.
I mean, I definitely agree that the shield generator could help, especially if you think they can't aim correctly. Just microwave them down. But no, ads can definitely aim, and the microwave has been broken for quite some time. Ads with the pop off, getting multiple kills. That's what ads should be doing.
Wow.
He's back.
Unbelievable. This guy just getting kill after kill. Especially the early kill on the Symmetra was great. Didn't have time to ramp up her damage, set up any turrets, or pretty much get any value out of the character. That's why he's immediately swapping off. And they're going back to the Slambulance.
And yeah, Tracer definitely more mobile than Junkrat overall. Able to not get just dove on.
Yeah,
they're gonna try and push them off. What? Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say Zud Daddies has a pretty decent ult advantage. They gotta they shouldn't be afraid to use any of them right now. They can't afford to give up a single tick.
They're able to get Kaldhen with that as well. Court does get silent, and ZudZubbies. The bomb comes out, killing literally no one, but BMing the corpse in the process. And they should try and stagger this D.Va if they can't, or Roadhog words.
I think he does a little too damage to waste too much time staggering him. I think it was good that they chased him and then took him down really quick. So now they gotta wait for that spawn.
And no fat bomb for Piggy though. Didn't launch it a little farther.
You know what? He's had a lot. Cut him some slack.
Yeah, I know. Grav comes out, and they're gonna combo that with Time's ult, and that should probably be the round. Unfortunately. Fat Piggy might be able to like sneak his way in, but he hasn't get killed yet. Oh, no. Ad's trying to stall it out as well, and does go down, and the round is over.
And that's the map.
Pepperoni.
F. You know, I gotta say, Ads really had me going there for a second. I thought he was just gonna go through round one and just take them all out.
Play of the game.
Really came alive in this map.
Time crunch with the fill-in. Yeah, this is where he does some work. He does get 2 solid kills.
Oh yeah, this is right where that push fell apart.
I think his name is backward. It's crunch time, right? Not time crunch. I think.
No, it is indeed time crunch.
Oh, okay. Maybe some obscure reference I'm not familiar with.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he just played a lot of Time Crisis.
Maybe.
Maybe. Not really sure where I was going with that, but I'll take it. So what's that should be the end, right? Yep, that's 3-1 for the team of Lawless. Pretty strong victory for them.
Yeah, the Zud Daddies did take the first map, I believe, but it doesn't look like they're able to coagulate.
Yeah, they pretty much lost the momentum right away, and then it pretty much turned on their heads.
And then Proxy, they brought in Time Crunch for Proxy, which they both did really well. And even on Zud's team, they did a really good job in most fights, but they just got flanked too much. That was the end goal.
And I'd argue that they just needed a little more coordination and focus fire, because I think that was what hurt them a lot.
All right, well, it's all over. The Lawless have brought the law down, and there will be no law breaking anymore.
Just pure anarchy now.
All right, well, I'm Seth.
I'm Beat Down Boulevard.
And this has been a good stream. We'll see you next time, maybe.
Thanks for tuning in.